It's a beautiful Monday afternoon, and we are bringing you the world news on Souqnews Television, reaching you live from our studios in Lagos. I am Grace Komolafe. First, we'll bring you some of the headlines. Federal government reaffirms commitment to supporting domestic investors. Minister of Finance tasked NDIC management to deliver on mandates. Nigeria Electricity Management Services Agency and Nigeria Independent System Operator partner on grid safety and metering accuracy. The United States government tightens interview waivers eligibility for visa applicants. And lastly, Nigeria to face Bafana of South Africa in World Cup qualifiers. Now the news in details. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, has reaffirmed the federal government's unwavering commitment to promoting domestic investment and actively addressing the challenges faced by local investors. She underscored this commitment over the weekend during a visit to the sprawling $20 billion Dangote refinery and petrochemical and Dangote Fertilizer Limited in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos. Dr. Oduwole hailed the immense refinery project as a landmark achievement, noting that even other governments often hesitate to undertake initiatives of such monumental scale. She emphasized that the current administration is actively demonstrating real support for domestic investors by taking tangible, practical steps to significantly reduce operational constraints, streamline regulatory processes, and foster sustainable growth within the national economy, aiming to create a more conducive business environment for all. And in finance, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has called on the new management of the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation to bring their diverse experience to bear on the running of the corporation. According to a statement signed by the NDIC head of the Communication and Public Affairs Department, Wale Edun, on Sunday, the minister made this statement at the inauguration of the new Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, Thompson Sunday, and Executive Director Operations, Dr. Kabir Katata, at the Ministry of Finance, Abuja. President Bola Tinubu in May forwarded the names of Sunday and Katata to the Senate as nominees for the position of MD and ED of the NDIC for screening and confirmation in line with statutory requirements. In his remark, Edun reaffirms that the NDIC, as a component of the financial system net, has a crucial role in the nation's march to economic stability and prosperity. And now we move to the power sector. The Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, NEMSA, and the Nigerian Independent System Operator, NISO, has unveiled a joint action plan to significantly strengthen safety protocols, enforce technical standards, and improve metering accuracy in the power sector. This collaborative effort aims to resolve long-standing issues affecting electricity supply and reliability. Both agencies have established a dedicated joint technical team comprising experts from each organization to focus on critical areas like metering, infrastructure, regulatory compliance, electrical inspectorate services, and integration of renewable energy. A pivotal component of this plan is the immediate recertification and standardization of grid-connected metering system nationwide. Both NEMSA and NISO assert this is essential for improving transparency, energy accountability, and ensuring more reliable power delivery across Nigeria. Now, following a significant hike in cement prices driven by increased demand from both the private and government sectors, 3 leading cement manufacturing companies listed on the Nigerian Exchange Limited (NGX) collectively generated an estimated 3.2 trillion naira in revenue during the first half of 2025. This remarkable finance performance highlights the robust activity within the construction industry despite underlying challenges. According to market sources, the escalating cost per bag of cement is heavily influenced by rising energy expenses and persistent raw material scarcity, which have substantially increased overall manufacturing costs for producers. The 3.2 trillion naira half-won revenue generated by Dangote Cement PLC, Lafarge Africa PLC, and Boa Cement PLC represents an impressive 97.78, I beg your pardon, increase compared to the 1.6 trillion naira reported in the first half of 2024, demonstrating strong market resilience and pricing power. Moving away from that, the National Identity Management Commission, NIMS, has strongly denied and condemned recent reports linking it with individuals allegedly selling sensitive personal information, including bank verification number, BVN, and national identity number, NIN, to fintech firms. In an official statement by the head of corporate communication, Kayode Adegoke, on Sunday, NIMS explicitly stated it will not be held liable for the sharing of personal data under such fraudulent circumstances. This reaction follows a disclosure by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, detailing the alleged sale of victims' BVN and NIN information to fintech institutions for approximately 5,000 naira. The EFCC emphasized this large-scale fraud is under active investigation, reportedly perpetrated by affected youths. NIMS consistently urged Nigerians not to disclose their NIN to any unauthorized individuals or organization, reinforcing data security. And to Lagos, the Lagos State government has warned residents to beware of fake estate agents and swindlers marketing unavailable estate flats to members of the public for outright sales or for rent on social media. The Commissioner for Housing, Maruf Akinderu Fatai, sounded this warning in a statement in response to a recent fraudulent advertisement circulating on social media, falsely claiming that the newly inaugurated Lagos State government-owned Igondo mixed housing estate is available for sale to the public. The Commissioner also reminded members of the public that the Lagos State government does not engage agents to sell, lease, or rent housing units in government-owned housing estates. Akinderu Fatai also advised prospective home unit buyers and the public to conduct due diligence on any purported housing unit put up for sale by contracting the estate department of the Lagos State Ministry of Housing directly before making any decision to purchase. And now we'll take a break. We'll be coming back with more stories. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lateef Jakande. Born Lateef Kayode Jakande in the Ekpetedo area of Lagos Island, Lagos State on July 1929. He studied at the Lagos Public School at Enowa, Lagos Island, then at Bonham Memorial Methodist School, Port Harcourt, King's College, enrolled at Ilesha Grammar School, where he edited
Glad to know you never left, and I'll be bringing you more stories. Thailand has officially abandoned its plan to introduce an electronic travel authorization ETA system, opting instead to implement a new Thailand digital arrival card, TDAC, for all visa-exempt travelers. This strategic shift is aimed at significantly streamlining entry procedures and enhancing overall immigration screening efficiency at the country's borders. The TDAC is set to serve as a mandatory pre-arrival registration system for travelers originating from 93 visa-exempt countries, effectively replacing the previously delayed ETA, which was initially scheduled to take effect on December 1, 2024. Although the TDAC is not classified as a visa, it will function as a crucial digital clearance form, enabling immigration authority to meticulously screen and access arriving individuals before they physically enter the country, thereby bolstering national security and improving the flow of international visitors. In the world economic news, as U.S. President Donald Trump's 26% tariff on Indian goods officially commenced on Wednesday, Reserve Bank of India RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra addressed concerns regarding escalating trade wars, global economic uncertainty, and India's strategy to navigate the impending storm. While announcing the decisions of the RBI-led Monetary Policy Committee, the central bank governor emphasized that the contentious Trump tariffs are highly likely to create a significant dent in the global economy. This is noted with it will inevitably have a ripple effect on India's domestic growth trajectory and its crucial export performance. Malhotra further pointed out that these elevated tariffs imposed by the U.S. on Indian goods are projected to have a detrimental impact on India's net export, consequently creating additional formidable challenges for the country's external sector, necessitating careful economic management. The United States Department of State has announced significant changes to its interview waiver policy for non-immigrant visa applicants, with the reversed regulations set to take effect from September 2, 2025. A visa interview waiver typically allows eligible individuals to apply for a renewed certain U.S. visas without an in-person interview at a U.S. embassy or consulate, making the process faster. However, this update will substantially narrow the categories of the individuals eligible for interview waivers. According to the July 2025 update, all applicants, including minors under age 14 and seniors above age 79, will generally be required to attend in-person interviews with consular officers. Only a few specific categories will remain eligible for waivers, signaling a more stringent approach to visa processing. Also in global immigration, the United States has announced a temporary halt to all route line visa services at its embassy in Niamey, the capital of Niger Republic, effective until further notice. This development was confirmed by a state development spokesperson and cooperating by the Internal State Department cable reviewed by Reuters on Saturday. And I'll be taking a break. We'll be coming back with more stories. Please stay with us.
On the 19th of August 2025, Paris will come alive with the prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards taking place at the Gauche Hotel, Paris. The prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards is designed to celebrate governors who have contributed immensely to their states in different countries across the world. If you are a governor who's gone above and beyond to deliver transformative projects in your state and country, then this award is for you. To partake of the Governor's Excellent Awards this year taking place in Paris, all you have to do is send an email to souqnexus.com with the words, "I accept," and we will get right back to you. You can also send a WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number scrolling on your screens right now. You don't want to miss Paris for anything, and we are looking forward to celebrating you and your achievements this year. So contact Souqnexus to make that happen.
Thank you for staying with us. And now in global economy news, oil prices rose on Monday after the United States agreed on a 15% trade tariffs with the European Union. Sunday's US-EU framework trade pact set an import tariff of 15% on most EU goods, half the threatened rate. The deal averted a bigger trade war between two allies that account for almost 1/3 of global trade and could crimp fuel demand. The deal relieved concerns that higher levels could have hurt economic activity and limited fuel demand. Brent crude futures further rose by 61 cents or 0.89% to $69.05 a barrel by 7 a.m. WAT, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude stood at $65.75 a barrel, up 59 cents. 0.91%. Also set for Monday is a meeting in Stockholm of senior U.S. and Chinese negotiators aiming to extend before an August 12 deadline, a truce holding off sharply higher tariffs. Away from that, a preliminary estimate released by the Central Statistics Office in the Republic of Ireland indicates that the nation's gross domestic product, GDP, experienced a 1% contraction in the second quarter compared to the preceding 3 months. Despite this quarterly dip, the GDP remained significantly higher, standing at 12.5% above the same period last year. The Department of Finance, however, typically advises caution against using GDP as the sole metric for gauging economic growth, referring to rely on alternative data. This stance is due to the fact that Ireland's GDP figures are frequently distorted by the substantial activities of foreign multinationals, corporations operating within the country. Nevertheless, GDP remains the primary indicator for calculating Ireland's proportional share of economic activity across the wider Eurozone, underscoring its continued relevance despite its known limitations. And I will bring you a sports story as we wrap up. FIFA has officially confirmed that the highly anticipated 2026 World Cup qualifier between South Africa and Nigeria will play at the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein. The crucial encounter is scheduled for Tuesday, September 9, 2025. According to Gordon Savick, FIFA's head of qualifiers and international matches, the game will kick off at 5 p.m. Nigerian time as conveyed through the NFF, the 46,000 capacity Toyota Stadium, historically known as Vodacom Park, and later Free State Stadium, is recognized as one of South Africa's most iconic sporting venues. Opened in 1995. It notably served as a match venue during the 2010 FIFA World Cup. This pivotal match day, 8 features in Group C, is expected to be decided in determining which nation secures Africa's sole automatic ticket to the 2026 World Cup finals in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And that's the world news this afternoon from Souqnews TV. We'll say many thanks for watching. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souqnews TV. My name is Grace Komalafe. Do have a good afternoon.